He didn't fail, he didn't give up, but blood poured down his face and each round felt like it could be the last. This was the toughest fight of his career and the bloodiest. What really happened in that ring? When it was first announced for November 7, 2019 that the IBF champion in the lightest weight, Naoya Inoue, would face the title holder of the same category according to the WBA, many, not without reason, hastened to call this fight a mismatch. By that time, the star veteran from the Philippines barely resembled his best self. In his last 5 appearances in the ring, the legendary Donaire suffered 2 losses to Jesse Magdaleno and Carl Frampton, whom he wouldn't have had much trouble with 5 years ago. And the championship belt came to Nonito, largely thanks to a fortunate accident. British fighter Ryan Burnett was confidently winning against the veteran on points, but after the 4th round, he was forced to surrender due to a back injury.
At the Hydro Arena in Glasgow, the young champion, and we are underway. The first of a scheduled 12 3-minute rounds. The WBA Super, the second defense of that title, facing off against a man who has accomplished so in the game and at the top level.
Get a bit of range in that left hand though, Donaire.
Oh my goodness! Now I think he suffered a blow. He was pivoting on the back foot. And Ryan Burnett's in real his right glute, and he's making his way back to the corner. Let's listen in. Okay. What a tremendous go! Ryan Burnett has been disrupting and debating.
26-year-old Naoya approached the fight with a completely different background. In the 1.5 years since his debut in the 53.5 kilogram category, the Japanese boxer had 3 fights against not-so-weak opponents Jamie McDowell,
a little bit shaky here, a minute and a half into the first round, and McDonald retreats to the ropes immediately. Inoue looking to tee off with that right hand, left hand, and McDonald sags into the ropes again, and Luis Pabon, the referee, has jumped in and waved this off.
Juan Carlos Payano and Emmanuel Rodriguez, and he defeated each of them prematurely.
For the go again is Rodriguez. Here comes Inoue. Oh, he's got it to take much more.
Moreover, Inoue spent a total of only 4 rounds, and it's not surprising that most observers were convinced that the almost 37-year-old Filipino was inevitably heading for an early defeat in the fight against him. But the conqueror of 5 weight categories did not care about all the predictions. Understanding the seriousness of the upcoming battle, Nonito trained persistently and came to the fight with Inoue in the best shape in years.
Downward. Touch him up and go. Go.
In the first round, the Japanese boxer confidently marked his point, noticeably surpassing his opponent in speed. Thoughts began to creep in that this fight wouldn't go the distance either.
Try and force Inoue
into his 30s. Stiff right hand lands that time.
Says, lively start, good stuff from Inoue there.
Really to hurt him in a contest. BC and WBO straps too. Stiff jab there. When they go, they really go. Left foot upstairs, right hand to the body. The warning signs for him that if he does overcommit, he will be tagged and trade leather.
The seriousness of Naoya's intentions was first felt in the 2nd round. Nonito managed to hit the bookmaker's favorite solidly with a powerful right, which he clearly felt.
Slightly taller, slightly bigger.
To read, but he's walking through them so far. Catches Inoue on.
So important he does it, dictating the pace, using his angle, stepping to the left and right.
Off balance, here comes the left hook.
There we go, the shot. And ruin this contest. Trying to see, I did miss.
Well.
This will be interesting.
High above that cut, just trying to shield it from
perhaps get the fact for a second that Inoue's a 4-weight world champion. Thick ball here, you know. Really trying to
just warning him of that.
Positive signs here from
just being answered by Nonito Donaire. Back in places where
from Donaire really is, you know, there's always that experience like Donaire that doubt can start creeping in, you know, am I
in a neck-and-neck encounter. In man who ripped through opponents en route to the final. Left hook just on
misses there with a left hook. There's then reactions. Inoue fan, you know, the cut doesn't look like a bad one. The corner's done well. Their predictions in previous fights, but I'm sure someone like Donaire would have been good stuff. Good short left hook went in, and again from Inoue.
That will be two. Just try and let those coagulants a decade now as well. Lovely left hook, right hand.
Crisp shot. You see every time Inoue throws a shot, it's razor.
Perhaps he would have liked to this stage in the contest. Donaire walking half of the fight, Darren, as you said, was Donaire's plan. This is
getting into
steps in.
Try and pick these counter shots, counter left hook there. So, you know, the fact that Inoue, that's a good right hand. Donaire
Who left, long-time trainer Robert Garcia, waned one bit, and arguably down.
There you go, see the jab there, beautiful, but over the
passed the test so far, but only were both of the men in the final, and just as we say it, the right hand lands, and it's how much of this is Donaire seeing coming, covers up, check left hook from Donaire.
The match was under Inoue's dictation, who acted as the aggressive second. But there was no unconditional defeat, which Donaire predicted in the ring. Yes, the Filipino didn't land as often as his opponent, but from time to time, his punches reached the target. And these hits clearly didn't sit well with the favorite of the Japanese audience.
Very shortly, looking to counter that.
This in a different way, because perhaps we expected it from Prograis and Taylor.
Superb 5.5 rounds.
To see the old champion ground down as he walks into.
Get a bit easier now. Cannot have stunned him in the previous round.
Remarkable that he's to be. That will be staying with him a touch to take us into the second half of the fight. Inoue lands way up. It just takes one contest to remove that veil of it.
You know, and regardless of the result, this will hold him in good stead.
Stiff exchange of jabs. Oh, lovely.
Very impressed with, you know, they understand split second, it can all sharp, very quick, it's very spiteful. Good work again from
five, if you include that WBA Interav in his long career.
Planting his feet, really trying his best to back.
The early days he's been caught with things, his feet are noticeably slower.
Nonito excelled the most in the 8th and 9th rounds. In the 8th round, he managed to inflict a fairly serious cut on his opponent.
They are indeed. Inoue back, try and get him onto the ropes. Space away from his opponent so well. That's a good right hand. Lovely from Inoue. Let his hands drop a couple of times.
In the last half a minute. Jab exchange, right hand counter though from...
It's brilliant, brilliant stuff.
Who'd have believed we'd have been? Don't know what the odds would have been on it. Wouldn't have got much though. And now cut corner and managing it so far. Why his reputation as a puncher is as it is. Uppercut,
left hook a bit more now. It's been here really showing his experience and class.
And in the 9th, the veteran truly rocked the favorite with a powerful right. But Donaire couldn't finish the fight to its logical conclusion. Naoya withstood the pressure.
Circumstances, we know Inoue is into this final. And what reserves he does have left.
100% and definitely with Donaire. But it's a good point.
Left hand off the back of it from Donaire. Inoue rips to the body, head snap back.
Again, Donaire stalking his man. Good right.
Perhaps the one thing Inoue will be there, still firing back and arguably in the ascendancy.
With ease, and you've probably got everybody telling you how good you are and what a great... It must be hard to not believe your own hype, and really believes in himself. Doubt can't kick him, but this is good stuff from Inoue.
Inoue just picking and moving now. And this is now Inoue's round.
Oh, and again!
He hurt Donaire there.
The final 3 rounds were for the younger, faster, and fresher Inoue, who managed to knock down the relentless opponent with a powerful body shot in the 11th round.
The shots landing cleanly because Donaire not taking his feet.
Lines for Donaire. Lovely work from Inoue. This is class. Listen to the home crowd now. Really get behind him. That's a lovely left to the body.
1 minute 35. Has he made nice to hang on? Inoue opening up for the finish over the last 11 rounds. But is this the end? Check got him out of jail so many times in his career.
What a fight. This really is. What a contest.
As Inoue opens up again. And this minute and a half will have seemed like an age for the old...
Down there, Dene, but that delayed reaction that you get.
Well, you talk about the great rounds in history.
But even while losing, the veteran sought happiness in the attack until the very end, and his final spurt truly deserves applause. The decision of the side judges was predictable. 116 to 111, 114 to 113, and 117 to 109 in favor of Naoya Inoue, who passed the most challenging test in his career with honor.